What Fenway Park is to baseball fans, the CME is to futures traders, the Chicago Mercantile. Hi everyone, I'm Bagadon at StockMarketCaddy.com, and today is December 12th. December 12th, and it's a Saturday afternoon, and we're getting a little bit of rest today. This past week, in addition to our normal trading responsibilities, we entered into our second contest at the CME, and we started it on December 6th. This contest was open to any and all traders of futures throughout the US and I think throughout the world. They had a total of 1,600 traders, 1,600 sign up for the contest. Everybody played by the same set of rules. Everybody had to execute their trades with the same amount of money, the same available managed leverage, and had to do so on the CME site. It was very much a fair competition. Now, fortunately, day in and day out as traders, we don't need to compete with other traders. So it is a little unusual, but it is fun because the top prize did place $2,500, second prize $1,500, and the third place $850, which is fine, but it was also fun from the standpoint of measuring one's talents against everyone else in the pool. Now, we were confident going in that we would be in the top, we would hope, 1% in the top 16 to 20 traders. The first time the CME offered this contest, we did in fact place 20th out of some 1,400 traders. Going into the last day, we were ranked number 4. Going into the last day in this contest, out of 1,600, we were once again ranked 4. Now, we weren't out to finish in third or second. We were out to win it, which is a little unusual for us. Again, we're not in competition with anyone week in and week out. Our final position, though, we came up a little bit short. At 3 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, actually early Friday morning, we were actually ranked number 2. We had $60,000 in profits, and the truth of the matter is, Bagadon ran a little tired. I wasn't as mentally sharp at 3 a.m. as I would have been at 3 p.m. No excuses. A tip of the cap to those that came in. Let's share that with you. Well, in fact, we can pull up the whole leaderboard, but we finished number 8 as recognized by the CME out of 1,612 participants. Let's take a look at the entire leaderboard for a moment. And if you're interested in this, we want to explain why we entered this contest. And we also wanted to explain how we went about trading. Let's see if we can get the full leaderboard here. Here we go. Tough losing to a guy by the name of Dirk Diggler from fame of Boogie Nights. I think that was Burt Reynolds' character. And here we are, number 8. But we're going to explain in the next few minutes. We only got about 10 minutes. We're going to explain to you why we entered and how we played the game, and give you some insights if you'd like to hear. If not, I understand. You're more than welcome to visit us at StockMarketCaddy.com, and we're prepared to share our expertise and our tools that we have developed over the years with you as members. So feel free to visit, feel free to send us an email, and or you're welcome to call me anytime at 813-758-8263. By the way, if you're following someone else, you might ask them if they're giving you trend lines and so forth on futures. Ask them if they registered to compete in the CME. And if they tell you, oh, that was just simulated, I don't mess with that. Oh, okay, sure. Folks, these folks, this guy, this guy, this guy, and there isn't anyone else other than us, have been up here in the top 10, top 20 before. I recognize the names. out of 1,400 and then again out of 1,600. That isn't a coinky dink. And so again, a tip of the hat to these top 3 traders. I had hoped to be up there, but we gave it our best shot. No complaints there. In fact, let's bring us up here. Well, here were the winning amounts. Here, I guess you see them here too. I just want to offer a couple of observations. Top guy, 69,000 for the week, Sunday through Friday at 1 o'clock. So it was really just like I guess 5-day, from if you count Sunday night. He had 106 trades. Dirk, 64,000, nearly 200 trades. Really remarkable. This gentleman, he was very, very good. Christopher, 59,000 at 50. We did 43,000 at 51. Now, this only tells part of the story for us. On Thursday, at the close of business on Thursday, we were actually at 50,000 and we had traded about 15 times. By 3 a.m., that trade count probably was pushing 50, and we had gotten from about 50,000 to 60,000, and we were in the number 2 spot. And then we had some decisions to make about where I was going to get some sleep in and still be there at 1 o'clock. And we decided to make a couple, or I decided to make a couple of moves, and they turned out not to be the winning formula. I wasn't playing, though, for second or third. I was playing for something much more significant than here, and thought we would be in a better position and let them chase us. But it didn't play out that way. But it was a lot of fun. Now, why do we do this? It isn't for bragging rights, for me, for Don Marshall, for Bag of Don. No. The reason why we entered this is hopefully to inspire others that you can do this. You can trade and trade successfully. On Sunday night, on June 6th, we explained to our members what we were doing. And we laid out a game plan. And we started out pretty well. And then we had a little slip overnight, again on Sunday night, and we were down in our trading account about 10%. And on Tuesday, I think it was late Tuesday, we were able to tell our members that, yeah, we were running middle of the pack, but we weren't too concerned. We thought that we would certainly be there by Thursday afternoon, that we would be in the top 10, hopefully close to the top 3. And at that point, then we would trade overnight to put distance between us and the other guys and the other folks. Let me show you a couple of things. Now, we alerted our members, and of course, I did not want to, embarrass ourselves, right? I wanted to do respect. I wanted to win, and I wanted to demonstrate to our members and to everyone else just how good our tools are. And I certainly wanted to win the contest, but I also didn't want to embarrass ourselves. On January 6th, the market opened up at 6 p.m. By 10:20, we were number 9. We were off to a good start at 4,000. Here's Dirk Diggler. So he was there at number 2. That's exactly where he finished at the end of the week. So again, none of these folks, I think, finished anywhere near the top 10 except us. This guy, he didn't finish in the top 10 this time, but he also was a pretty good trader in the last, because I remember the name. Let me show you the next screenshot. The next screenshot was on January, I'm sorry, did I say January? I meant December 6th. I may have said January. The next screenshot was December 9th. We were ranked number 35. We had 16,000 in our pocket. We came back from our deficit, traded back out of it. This guy finished 3rd. None of these people, I don't think, this guy is the one who finished number 1. So he was in the mix also early on. Let's keep going. Here's another screenshot, December 9th, and this is at 4:20 after the market closed. We finished 29th. We're up 21,000. Here's 1 and 2. They're hanging right in there. Not a no, not a coinky dink. Here we are December 10th at 8:07 in the morning at 26,000, number 16. Again, a shot on December 10th. We're now number 7 at 34,000. December 10th again, we're now number 5, 40,000. The close of business, okay? The close of business on December 10th, this is Thursday, we're now number 4 in the catbird seat at 52,000. Excuse me. We've traded 21 times. Here are the top 3. Diggler, 177, Calamaro, 81, and Christopher, 37. This is now, we go overnight. December 10th, it's now 9 p.m. We're number 3. And this is the heartbreak. It's now December 11th, it's 5:07. 5:07, and I've been trading since the close of the 10th, going overnight with Swing Machine. I've traded from 21 now to 45, 20 some odd trades. I'm at 60,351, right behind 1, 2, and 3. And guess what? I'm a little mentally fatigued. And these two guys did, in fact, not Christopher, but the other two, they were sitting on their lead, to their credit, and getting some good rest. And it is true, when your brain is tired, and I don't drink alcohol or smoke any pot, but when your brain is tired, you don't really think real well. And it was here I had a decision to make. Do I cash out at 5:07, grab a couple of hours of sleep, give them maybe a shot to really extend the lead, and maybe I don't have the time at 1 o'clock. I did not think they would come back, so I didn't think that 60,000 would be enough. And I quite frankly didn't have any more gas left at 5:07 to trade intraday, which is what I would have had to do until 1 p.m. to put the distance in. So I made a decision to trade for a couple of hours and grab some sleep. And unfortunately, that trade didn't come in. At this point, my profit factor was over 30. I had only lost all week. I had had a drawdown of some 10,000, but I had only taken $2,000 in losses. Only 2,000. My profit factor was over 30. And yes, I may have felt a little euphoric, maybe a little too euphoric. And then in the end, December 12th, this morning, we have caught our sleep, and this was our equity graph. This is where we started Sunday night, had a little bit of a dry down, and there we were on a run, and Bagger just ran out of little gas. You do need to stay fresh as a daisy. It's a demanding sport. I'm happy to say, now they don't calculate the profit factor, but our profit factor, if you take all of our profits and divide it by all of our losses, our gross profits were 50 some odd thousand, and our gross losses were about 8,000, which meant that our profit factor for the week was 17.83, meaning we made $18 for every $1 we lost. Folks, there is no way in hell I could have ever done this, not just in this competition, in the last competition, finishing 20 out of 1,400, without the tool of TradeStation and without our proprietary indicators, one in particular called Swing Machine, and also the proprietary indicators and strategies that we used. I used quite a few of them. And I'm happy to review with any of our members what those were, and we will do that, in the coming week. If you're coming by and you're interested how you could learn to do hopefully much the same thing and want to be able to use some of these tools, be sure to visit us at stockmarketcaddy.com. Thanks so much, and we wish everyone the best. And I hope you'll join the next CME challenge. And if you're following someone else, ask them to get in the game. Let's see what kind of game they got. All in fun, folks. But it's a very serious competition. To finish in the 99.95 percentile twice, that's not an accident. And the same for those other gentlemen and those other ladies that finished in the top. Thank you.